Ron Hogarth made the call for slashing.
1:08, the time of the penalties. Here's Samuelsson behind his own net. Christian gets smacked by the stick of Hextall. Now Mellanby pushed on the play by Corriveau. Christian goes to the side of the Flyer net and is knocked down by Hextall. It's going to be a penalty call. Christian gets Samuelsson's stick right up in his face. Ron Hextall. Gartner on his forehand. Over to the corner now for Gustafsson. He collides with Hextall, and now Gustafsson's going to get a penalty for running into Hextall. Samuelsson comes back with some retaliation to Gustafsson, and that is not called. But Gustafsson's going to be penalized here for making contact with Hextall.
I talked to Wally Harris, a supervisor of officials who's working tonight's game before this contest. He says if a player does not make an effort to stop and run into the goaltender,
Washington penalty
the officials will make the call. If he's playing the puck and there's contact, he won't. Welcome back to playoff hockey on DC-20. The hitting has gone on all night. Kevin Hatcher there on Mellanby. Then moments later, Ron Sutter ran at Pete Peters. Now, see, I don't necessarily agree with that. It looked like he could have been knocked into Peters.
Scott Stevens back into his own zone. Up the boards for Christian. Taken away by Howe. Dave Brown is on the ice, taunting Scott Stevens. They're way behind the play, and they're still going at it as they skate up ice. Stevens in to run Samuelsson. Brown comes in to check Stevens. Out comes Derek Smith. Smith run off the play by Pavanka, and Galley delivers a hard shoulder check into Ron Sutter.
Right here now in the second. Here you see the taunting going on between Brown and Stevens, heading up ice. Little jostling. Nothing major, but it happened all after that. Right now, 91 minutes and penalties.
The puck comes to center ice. Sinisalo back after it. Samuelsson starts back up the middle for Tocchet. That's stolen by Bob Gould. He's bumped by Sutter. Samuelsson off the boards and taken there by Scott Stevens. Adams and Samuelsson collide, and now out at center ice, Sutter has knocked down one of the Capitals who's not moving much at all.
Bobby Gould.
They are all challenging Sutter as he goes to the penalty box. The smartest thing he could do would be to get in there. Bobby Gould is still bent over. He has trainer Stan Wong helping him, but Samuelsson and Adams push and shove out there. Now Adams takes a swing at Samuelsson with his stick. Hatcher's right in the middle of it. Hunter is standing alongside, and Hatcher throws a couple of punches the way of Prop, knocking his helmet around. Hunter steps in. And now a hard stick going to the face of Samuelsson by Greg Adams. He went and put the lumber right in his face.
I tell you, I don't blame Greg Adams for being frustrated, but he's got to keep his cool better than that. Samuelsson stands out there like he's a Bengal Lancer. He uses the stick and just stands there with it out there like a spear. But you have to just back away from him like that. If he goes and spears you, that's one thing. But if he's just standing there with it out there, get away from him. The Capitals were going to have a power play out of this and maybe some extra time to Sutter, but I think Greg Adams took them off a potential power play. Now watch Sal Samuelsson right here. This is what I'm talking about. Now this is afterwards. Right before that, Samuelsson had come out there and it had that stick in front of him. But this is Greg Adams losing his cool. He shouldn't have done that. See, Samuelsson has got the stick down there.
Stevens back after it, gets there first, and icing is the call. Now, Stevens thought that Mellanby gave him a little shove there as he came in behind the net, so he has something to say to Mellanby.
It's one thing the Philadelphia organization has never lacked. It's that type of player that they've always looked for from day one and continue to find. They get Scott Mellanby on the second round of the '84 draft. Turns out to be a minor deal they had made with the Los Angeles Kings that gave them a high second-round pick, and they used it to take Scott Mellanby, who went to Wisconsin for a couple of years, came out and has really fit right in. And he definitely has got some good offensive skills to go with the toughness. A good, strong skater, and he's got an excellent shot.
Wilson off his stick. A break for the Capitals. Philadelphia with a definite scoring chance. And now Samuelsson comes up on the stick against Hunter, and Hunter charges right back at him.
Let's see who's going to get the call, if not both of them. I thought maybe Dale Hunter initiated this high sticking battle.